Good morning, everyone. Steve Crosby here. Welcome to this edition of Monday Morning Musing, where we are working our way slowly through Matthew 18. And now we have come to verse 19, where 2 or 3 of you are agreeing, you can ask anything and it shall be done for you. Again, another cherry-picked verse that people go nuts with. I want a Lamborghini. So let's get 2 or 3 people together and we're going to agree together and we're going to get what we need from God. Because boy, my prayer all alone, he doesn't pay much attention to. But boy, if we get 2 or 3, or maybe we get 10,000 intercessors and we have a conference in Washington, D.C. and we scream and yell and wave banners. Wow, that's really going to get his attention. And we'll get what we want, because whatever we ask for, it shall be done. Again, what's the context of this passage? From verse 1 all the way through all these lessons, what's the context of the passage? The well-being of the community. I'm going to give you a paraphrase. This has nothing to do with presenting our laundry list of desires to God if we get enough friends together to agree and I'll get whatever I want. It's a verse of community authority. I'm going to give you what I believe is a contextual paraphrase that's fair, and then I'm going to give you an example from an epistle of Paul where the very same thing works. Look, here's my paraphrase. Wherever 2 or 3 of you are concerned about the unity of the community, where you had to make a judgment in a case, and you're in agreement on it, I will stand behind your judgment. Concerning the maintenance of the unity of the community, just ask. It'll be done. Because it's about others. It's about forgiveness. It's about shalom. Anything they ask, that the community's welfare would be maintained, shall be done. Talk about a verse that Western materialist prosperity cult mentalities have twisted. But boy, it fills conferences and sells books and makes you a popular preacher. Now, if you think I'm taking too much liberty with that amplified rendering, get a load of this. Paul to the Corinthians, 2 Corinthians 10, has the same general thought of representative authority. Speaking to the Corinthians, to whom? The community, remember? Not the leadership team. This is so important. We are so leadership addicted, to the point we're not well in the head about it. And the Corinthians were a dysfunctional community. And Paul's going to say what he's going to say here to a relationally dysfunctional community. The ecclesia of God, broken and shattered and messed up as it is. There's beauty and power and transformation at the same time. 2 Corinthians 2, verse 10. To whom you, Corinthians, forgive anything, I forgive also. For if I forgave anything, to whom I forgave it, for your sakes, forgave it in the person of Christ. He's saying, now, forgiveness, right? Interpersonal breach, breakdown, hurt, transgression, civil transgression, crime. He is claiming that he has the authority of Christ to bind or loose, i.e., forgive, and that he transfers, or as a fellow member of the community, it works the other way because they share the same spirit. He's saying, look, if you, the community, forgive, I'll agree with it. Because if I forgive, I'm doing so as if it was Christ himself. And I trust you, community, that you would do the same, because we are of one and the same spirit. And there's the problem. I can't say that I have been in many churches where that kind of reality, that kind of relational bonding of love and affection and trust and safety is present, where that would ever work. Too much money, too much politics, too much power. What if that person who's the alleged offender and has been brought to this final stage, you've gone through confession and confrontation, you've gone through negotiation, and now you're into adjudicating in the whole community. What if that person was the heaviest financial hitter in the congregation? I was in a meeting where a heavy hitter financial donor is shacked up with a babe about half his age, had a child, community does nothing about it, leadership says nothing about it, and he's a deacon, and he's leading the prayer meeting, and he's praying, and he's just all this pious talk and the importance of following Jesus. And at this particular meeting, his ex-wife is sitting there, and the babe that he's fornicating with is sitting next to him, and the child that they've had is there. And everybody being passive-aggressive, non-confrontive. Everything's fine, because Jesus loves everybody. And who are we to judge? So binding and loosing is about the delegated authority of the community to self-govern for its own benefit. I'll see you the next time.